have to go through to look good for everybody. Ouch. Spiders. They put spiders on my eyeballs. I'm looking somewhere on your body, and guess where it is? Bring it on, big guy.
Hey everyone, it's Ollie, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so, the struggle I've had trying to film this video, I'm not going to bore you guys too much, but like, so I tried to film this tutorial the other day before I filmed a video with Calvin, which will be linked down below. I tried to film this Anna Nicole makeup look before he arrived at my house, and the microphone was buzzing through the entire video. Luckily I just did my eyeshadow, but like the microphone was like zzz while I was speaking over that zzz. I don't know why, but it's like blending out better on my right side. So it just wasn't viewer friendly. Like, so this is back on a tripod now and everything's set up. I have 3 lights. I hope it's making me semi-beautiful, which is questionable. So yeah. Hi, welcome back. My name's Ollie Green if you wasn't aware of it. Welcome to my channel, which is full of fucking technical difficulties all the damn time. Okay, so I've not filmed a makeup video in a minute, and that minute has been long. But yes, today I'm going to be filming a Anna Nicole inspired drag makeup look. It's going to be kind of like a tutorial meets kind of like get ready with me. I'm going to tell you guys the important products to me that I'm using in the video, like which you guys need to know. If I don't mention any products, they'll all be listed down below. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I've done my eyebrows off camera just because that part's boring to me, and I've shaved my eyebrows, so it's literally such a task compared to having real eyebrows, even though I wouldn't use my real eyebrows for this look anyways. So I've just done like Anna Nicole's like arch brows that go out quite thin. So yeah, let's get into this eyeshadow makeup look. Whoa. Okay, so I'm using, wow, you guys probably can't even see that. I'll insert the picture, but I'm using this picture right here as my inspiration. She's got like this blue metallic eyeshadow look with like big lashes and beautiful red lips, and her skin's like very bronzy, a little bit shimmery on the cheeks, just a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna go based off this look. Okay, so for the lids, I'm gonna be using the Revolution Super Size Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer, and mine is in the shade CO.5, which I think is like the lightest one in skin tone colours. They do go to white, but that's a little bit extreme for this like look. Oh my god, what have I sat on? I was like, who is that? Okay, so now I'm going to be using my Real Technique sponge just to blend out this concealer. I've already carved the eyebrows, so this doesn't have to be like super precise. Also, sorry if my skin looks crusty, dusty, musty. I haven't moisturised yet, and I'm going to moisturise like just before I do my foundation. It's just for some reason, like, I don't know if anyone else out there who like doesn't have any eyebrows / does drag, but like if you moisturise before you do your eyebrows and your eyeshadow, it just moves a lot because you've got like a lot of moisture around your eyes. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little bit of hospital tape and just split it in half and put it on these sides of my eyes, just to kind of give the cat wing effect and save me a job when it comes to doing my eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Kat Von Doesn't Vaccinate Her Kids Divine palette. I say that, yeah, I literally have like 18 of her products. And I'm going to be taking the shade Waters right here, this like baby blue shade. I'm just going to take this on my Morphe M443 eyeshadow brush and just blend it through my crease up into my brow bone, just to have a transition colour. Ew, what is that? Ew, get off. I fucking love blue eyeshadow. It just screams like I swallow. You know what I mean? Like if you want to look like a prostitute, if you want to look like a slut, blue eyeshadow is your best friend. Hello. Why do you think blue is my favourite colour? Okay, so now that I've put the transition shade down through my crease, I'm going to be using, this is a blush by the way. A blush. Bitch to who? Casper the Ghost? I'm going to be using this Illamasqua blush in the shade Intrigue. Yeah, it's intriguing because it's not a fucking blush colour. Bitch, a blush to Jeffree Star. And to highlight my brow bone, I think this is actually like a little nail brush or painting brush. I don't know. But I love using this like on my brow bone, especially because I don't have brows like they're shaved off. So it just gets like really in this shape here. Like you can really lay it down and put like a highlight shade on there. This is a little bit shimmery as well, which is why I find it funny to be a blush, because blushes aren't really shimmery. Cute. Now I'm going to go back with the Morphe brush that we put the blue down on earlier and just kind of blend the two together so they don't look so harsh. Okay, so because like Anna Nicole was obviously famous and popping in the early 2000s, sadly before she died, because this look comes from the early 2000s, they used a lot of shimmery eyeshadow back then, like matte wasn't a huge thing. Back to Kat Von don't vaccinate her children. I need to stop with that joke. I'm going to be using the shade Baltimore from this palette. It's like a shimmery, I'm not even pointing at the right one. It's like a dark blue shimmery colour, and I'm going to be using this kind of like just in the crease area just to darken and deepen it a little bit. And for this I'm going to be using a 17 eyeshadow brush. There is a lot of fallout with this cat. This is falling out like your kid's health. And now going back with that Morphe brush that had the light blue on it, just blending the two together. God, I fucking love blue eyeshadow. Like whoever created that and thought, you know what colour needs to be an eyeshadow? Blue. They are low-key my hero. So I'm just going to take this shade Hairspray from the Kat Von D palette and just kind of lightly tap that on my lid. Just kind of like on the inner part, like so. I'm like into that, but I feel like it should be more blue. So let me see if I have a shimmer blue anywhere. Oh my god, there's one in like the Morphe palette. I'm just going to take that. So this is a Morphe 35B palette. You already know. If you love makeup, you already know. Let me just try and tap that like a little bit lightly on top. To kind of, ooh, that kind of works. I fuck with that. It's kind of making a nice shade because it's like blending in with the grey. Again, just going back with that Morphe brush to blend everything. Okay, so now I'm going to take this little MAC Mariah Carey brush and just use the Illamasqua blush again. I say blush in quotation marks. I'm just going to put this on the inner corner of my eyes just to kind of open and brighten them up. Oh my god, the smoke that's coming off this brush. That's when you know you're doing a good eyeshadow look. Just kind of dusting that on like the inner quarter of my lid. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this little MAC pigment. I believe that this is like limited edition from a Christmas set like maybe 2 years ago. This one's in the shade, I was about to say, this one's in the shade not for individual sale. This one's in the shade Warm Snow. This is just like a white shimmer shade. It's so beautiful, and I'm just going to put this on the inner corner of my eyes with a small little detail brush. Okay, so this looks a little bit rough right now, but I'm just going back with that Morphe brush again, just to kind of blend everything again together, just making sure that there's no like harsh patches from that pigment that I put down. Okay, so now I'm going to take this little Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. These come in like the eyeshadow palettes, and I'm going to take the black from the Kat Von D palette called Hard Magic. I'm just going to like lightly dust this on like the outer corner of my eyes near the like V's, you know, like just where the tape starts, just to kind of like really give definition to the wing, and also add a little bit of depth on like my lash line as well. Okay, work. Okay, so I like what I did with that, but now I'm just going to use the NYX matte liquid liner on my lash line. Very thin, just because like she doesn't have a huge like cat winged liner look at all. But I'm just kind of using it just so when I put my lashes down, like they blend in with my lash line just a little bit more. So yeah, I'm just going to do a very thin stroke of this on my lash line. Okay, so I think we're done for eyeshadow. Time to take off the tape, and I literally can't. Stuck to my head. Okay. Oh my god. Woo! Oh my god. Oh my god, it's pulling out my hair. Oh. Hello. Okay, so the eyes are finally done. I'm gonna zoom you guys out. I'm gonna go moisturize, and I'll be right back, and we'll start getting on foundation, concealer, etc, etc. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, so doing foundation is really boring to me. Like, I feel like whenever I watch it in tutorials, I'm like, okay, let's just like hurry this bit up. So, to make it a little bit more entertaining, I asked on Instagram for some questions to, I don't know, like talk about things, talk about subjects while I'm doing this part. Like, foundation just doesn't excite me unless it's like a certain type of look, like a dewy look or like a super matte look or something like that, like a complete transformation. However, today, like, I'm literally just doing like a standard base because it's an Anna Nicole look. So let's see what questions I've got on Instagram that I can, you know, talk about in this video while I do this part. So Jessie_50347888, girl, I know you because I know you. Please get a new username. Like, can it be like Jessie, Messy Jessie? Oh. Okay, so she asked, when did you first start doing drag? Great question. Okay, so before I answer it, today's foundation I'm just going to be using the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. So when did I first start doing drag? I think it was in, basically I can't remember the year, but I started doing it when I was like 18, 17-ish. I think I bought my first wig when I was like 17 going on 18. Like I started doing drag then and doing drag makeup, but I wouldn't say that I was like fully doing drag, if you know what I mean. Like what I do now is drag because like I've learned it well, I've perfected what I do. I always experiment with like different looks. I'm just gonna say that I started doing drag at around 18, I'm now 21, so I guess it's kind of been like 3 years-ish. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, Jess. Okay, so next question is from Amy Harrison, one of my best friends, and she said, your favourite memories with me? Well, sis, we have, where's my brush? Me and Amy have a lot of memories together. We was in school together, literally, I think since like year 8, and we obviously finished school together. We're still friends now. We would have been friends since like maybe 12, 13 around those times. So we have a lot of memories together, but I just want to say like Amy is such a funny bitch. Not to blow smoke up her ass, but like if you are anywhere with her, there's some way that she'll make it like entertaining or like funny, which I appreciate about her. One of the memories that I do remember though, and we always talk about this, is like one time at lunch. At lunchtime we used to like sometimes sit in the art classes. We used to like plug our Blackberries in and into the speakers and like blast our own music at lunch, because like obviously we used to go outside and stuff, like don't get me wrong, but if it was like a miserable day or something, we'd be like, oh, let's just like sit inside the classrooms, play our music. The teachers didn't really care, or as far as I know, they didn't even know that we was doing that. But one day, like, there was a group of people in the art class, and me and Amy that day was like, I think we had like too many E numbers. We was like all sugared up, we was like really hyper, and we created like an art piece or something that day, and on a little piece of paper we wrote by Amy and Ollie. So then after that, we was really hyper again, and we ended up destroying the art like cupboard. Don't ask us why. It wasn't on purpose, we were just like hyper and we was like throwing stuff and like paint was going everywhere, and it wasn't like intentional, like yeah, let's fuck up the art cupboard. But we just like did it, we was hyper, and like we didn't even think about it afterwards because it wasn't too messy. But then one of the girls who was sat in there, she didn't see us like trash the art cupboard, she just saw us like be a laughing mess, you know what I mean? Like these were geeks that were in the classroom, so they were like bothered about us being in there, because obviously we weren't in there to learn or like do anything, we was just in there to like have a good time. So as we leave, because we like left the classroom, we was like, okay, we're done now, we'll go somewhere else. They moved the little piece of paper that said by Ollie and Amy into the art cupboard where we just created that mess. Then the art teacher like ran up the steps to us and was like yelling at us like, you guys are banned from the art classroom now, don't you dare ever step foot in there in lunch, we know that you've destroyed the art cupboard. And like we couldn't deny it because like we looked so guilty in our faces, and we was like, because obviously the piece of paper was there, so they know that we was in there, and obviously they're gonna believe the geeks over us. That's just one of the memories that I remember with Amy. Like there's just so many memories of like nights out and stuff. Like she's a funny bitch. Okay, so for concealer I'm just gonna use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This one's in the shade Porcelain, sounds about right for my white ass. Okay, so the next question is from Hannah Jones 99. She says, hi, come to Tunnel more, thanks. I honestly want to, like I don't have any plans to ASAP, like anytime soon, but I love Tunnel. It's a gay club in Leeds, by the way, if you don't know what Tunnel is. But definitely Hannah Jones, if you're watching this, I will probably put a story up somewhere that I'm on the way to Tunnel, like if I am going there, because I haven't met you yet and I really want to meet you. And she also asked again, how do you feel about the representation of trans women in the media? So that I say, I'm happy that there is more trans women and men in modern day media, but if I'm being honest, it's not enough. Oh my god, I forgot how yellow this concealer was. Who cares? I'm proud, like obviously I want more trans representation in the media, but at the same time it's like, girl, there is not enough. So like, yeah, I mean, I feel really good about it, like I'm glad it's happening, but obviously there needs to be more, and I don't mean just like in queer TV shows. Like even in queer TV shows like Drag Race or Queer Eye, I know that they have sometimes like trans people on there, but I don't feel like there's like enough of it, if that makes sense. my text tone is Kim Possible. I'm happy that we're seeing them more on like daytime television, etc. But I feel like they should be on TV for other reasons than just being trans. Of course, trans is a great story to talk about, you know what I mean, talking about how you're transitioning, etc, etc. But I feel like trans people shouldn't just be on TV to talk about their identity, because they're much more than just that. You know what I mean? Like, these people are human, they have talents just like everyone else. Their only talent isn't just being like trans, that's just a part of who they are. Hopefully that made sense, but like, okay, work. So XLoz Makeup X asks, who's your favorite Bratz doll? The answer does not exist. Honestly, I don't know. I love them all so much. I feel like Jade has a special place in my heart just because she's always been like that rocker girl. I've always related to her like style of being very... Okay. Her style of being like very, you know, androgynous and like gender fluid with how like kind of gothic and emo she is. I have like a special place for all of them in my heart because I grew up playing with them like with my cousin. I will say now, as like a Bratz doll collector, I really do love Felicia. She's like the super dark Bratz doll. Bratz dolls have like always been super diverse when it comes to like their dolls. Like Barbie found shaking. As a Bratz doll collector, I really do want Felicia, but like she gets sold on eBay for like up to £600, $600 because she's a super rare doll and like everyone wants her now because there's like not many of her in the world. So yeah, I'll say Felicia's one of my favorite dolls, but like Jade is up there for me as being like one of my favorite dolls. And then Sean said, just came to say I love you. Hi, bye. Thanks, Sean. That's all I got for now, but obviously like follow me on Instagram, like at Amen Fashion if you're already not. And maybe I'll do it like a little bit more often just so like we can have like some discussions. Honestly, I've not contoured my nose in ages because I have like a different way of doing it now. But I don't really do it like this anymore and it's a bit trippy for me to like do it now. And like I know Anna Nicole isn't like that bronzy, but I'm just kind of adding some warmth because obviously she's very, I don't want to say tan because she has like got a pale complexion, but she's always like very bronzed up, you know, very like LA Hollywood bronzed. Okay, so ignore the fact that I've like literally not gone right up to my hairline, but obviously like I am wearing a wig, so like doesn't matter. Also, like, please don't think that like with this makeup look today, like I'm trying to go for like the Alexis Stone like celebrity impersonator route, because like in no way, shape or form do I think that I look like Anna Nicole Smith. But like I just admire her makeup, I admire her stuff. I need to put my phone on fucking mute. But I just like admire her story and just like admire who she is. So like I just wanted to do a makeup look that was inspired by her. This brush kind of smells like weed. I don't know why. Okay, so now I'm just going to set my face using the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I'm not setting my face super heavy just because like the makeup looks like in the early 2000s weren't, like they were matte but they weren't super powdery. So I'm not like powdering way too heavy. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to go back to the Kat Von Doesn't Vaccinate Her Kids contour palette. Just going to be taking these two shades down here just to kind of contour my face. Add a little bit of warmth, you know. Again, this is just a very boring part of makeup that no one cares about. Like no one goes out in makeup and is like, oh my god, what did you contour with? Like, no. Can this brush like stop molting hairs? It's like I'm rubbing my cat on my face. Like, what is going on? Shane Dawson is shaking. So now I'm going to be using the JD Wadey 182 Luxie brush to like lightly contour my nose a little bit. I think contouring my nose like kind of scares me now just because like there has been times when I've gone out of the house with a very heavy contoured nose. So I'm trying to go a little bit lighter nowadays. Okay, so that is my base all done for now. I'm just going to grab some slutty looking blush for Anna Nicole Smith, so bear with me. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to blush. I'm going to be using the Mehron Iron Cheek Powder Palette. I think I'm going to take this shade Rosewood right down here. This like deep kind of purple. No. Where is that purple? So I'm just going to take this kind of muted purple. Why do I keep saying purple? Goodbye. I'm going to take this pink colour. You all can see it. It's pink, right? Pink. Jesus Christ, you can tell I've not filmed a makeup tutorial in a while. And I'm just going to be using this non-branded blush brush. Okay, hopefully that doesn't look as bad on camera, but right now I'm looking in the mirror and I look fucking sunburned. Okay, so since like in the early 2000s, like highlighter wasn't a huge trend on the face, so I'm just going to use this MAC Soft and Gentle highlighter just to kind of give me like a dewy glow to my face. I'm not going to go like super heavy-handed with this, so I'm just going to do this very lightly. Just like a subtle glow, kind of like that. Since my base is all done for now, I'm just going to set my face with the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Whew. Okay, so I'm just using Kat Von Diseases again. Just using the MAC Mariah Carey brush. I'm just going to go in with the colour Waters again, that baby blue. And just put it on my bottom lash line. Okay, so instead of using the dark blue shimmer in the Kat Von D palette, I'm going to be using this dark blue shade from Bleach London. I don't know the name off by heart because their names are from the periodic table, so the name is O2B4MA. Love that shadow. Who calls their eyeshadows that, like, honestly? I'm just going to use this because it's matte and I know that it won't have as much fallout as the Kat Von D one, so yeah. Okay, so now going in with the shimmery white pigment from MAC again. I'm just going to kind of put this on the inner corner of my eye, just like gradually going into my bottom lash line. Dust that off a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to put this black eyeliner pencil just on my waterline. Okay, so I'm going to use the black from the Bleach London palette and just like very lightly just dust it on my lower lash line. Very close to my waterline just to really tighten it the eyes. Okay, cute. So I think the eyeshadow now is all done on the face. I'm just going to quickly curl my lashes and put on my Lash Vegas 2 Black Mascara by Barry M. Okay, so the eyes are all done now, so basically just quickly off camera I'm just going to apply some lashes. These ones are just non-branded, they're like literally drag queen lashes that I got off wish.com, so good luck finding them. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I forgot how much I hate these lashes. They're just so long, and for this look they're perfect. Like the pictures here, like look at her lashes. It's very like spread out wide lashes. They just sit so weirdly on my eyes, like it's literally like oh my god, I forgot to do a little like mole dot that she has on like the cheek there. Oh my god, let me do that now. Okay, so I'm just using the NYX matte liquid liner again, just do the little dot on my cheek. Bit bigger or smaller? No? Okay, I'm going to keep it that size because I feel like if I go any bigger, it's just going to look wrong. Okay, so now for lipstick, I'm going to line my lips using the Ben Nye lip pencil in the shade Scarlet Red. And for lipstick, I'm going to be using this red matte shade by Barry M in the shade Bombshell. Okay guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this like different kind of style of video that I usually do compared to like just doing full-on makeup tutorials. This was a little bit of a tutorial, but also like a sit down, get ready with me, kind of just taking questions from Instagram and you know, all that stuff. So if you guys kind of prefer that, then you know, always ask me questions down below or ask them on my Instagram page when I put it up on my story at @AmenFashion. Okay, so now I'm just going to put on my outfit, put on my jewelry and put on my wig, and then I'm going to give you guys a really cool outro to like finish the video on. So give me 2 seconds then I'll be in drag, so see you in a second.
I shake my hot pink mini skirt. 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 I shake my hot pink mini skirt until my back is sore. I'm 5'7", hazel eyes, and yes I am a whore. Make nasty princess double pat. Make nasty princess double pat. Make nasty princess double pat. Make nasty princess double patty. Sipping a matcha frap. And if you need some sex protection, baby, I've got your back. What's up? Legs up on a butt fuck. Take the dick till I come on to some nuts. Oh shit, I'm like the third evening service. Gotta taste the word. The Bible makes us extra horny. Extra horny. In Jesus' name I pray for boots. Chanel bangles and brand new boots. Lip gloss, shit still rock back. I shine from the front and I fuck from the back. Uptown in the 562. If the money's good, then I'll ride the crew. And for all my ladies selling butts, I love you, baby. Work that touch. Christian diva, city pop. And don't stop till the missiles drop pop.
So yeah guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment and subscribe down below for more in the future. And if you didn't, well, you've already got this far. So thanks for the view, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!